Alright, we are right back. For me, it's been like 2 minutes since the last recording. We're going up against YoungBasedLord in the loser bracket. So, we're not gonna, not much to say. I just got a lot of work to do here in the loser bracket now. I feel it feels bad now too because I know that every match I win, I'm knocking somebody out of the tournament, and if I lose, I'm out of the tournament. So either way, winning feels bad, losing feels bad. But we got to try our best, and that's what I'm here to do. So. Young Baselor is a good player. I know he commonly runs. He's got like Acronox is his favorite Tem. Likes to run late tournament with Yowler and stuff. I think he's been running. I didn't do much preparation on this. I mentioned in the Allie match. I don't usually prepare to lose a match because it hurts your mindset pretty bad for the coming matches. Finally, we're facing a team without triple electric, so I think we have a better chance that way. But this team also does look pretty threatening. I'm going to knock out the Yowler first. Yowler basically does what my team wants to do, but he kind of can do it better, and if I don't ban the Yowler, I have to ban the Mimit. Otherwise, it's going to be a tough time. Bans by 2-Vine. He doesn't have any fires to immediately scare off. Immediately scare off Chim. He does have a couple. He does have a couple melees, but most people don't run good turn one options on Moala. Interesting, interesting, interesting. I'm so tempted to pick move flank here. Going to. I don't think I particularly need Chim. I'm just looking at the matchup. I'm going to ban Moala now. My plan was always to first ban Yowler into second, or Moala is one of those Tems that you're almost never going to first pick. It gets most of its advantage by swapping in. So if you ban a Moala, you can get a lot of value, honestly. The question now is his Volgon faster or slower than his 2-wire? Because my thought is, I gotta finish pick ban here. Two. This might be a 2-2 game. Yeah, with double toxics there. I think I'm going to go Psypat just because it has a better matchup into Tortnite. He could have his Volgon faster so he can stare into a Synergy Faraday Cage, but he could also be faster in Faraday Cage into a Thunderstrike, and that I just don't know. So I'm going to have to scout a little bit here in the first round. Marbles on the 2-wire. I don't like dealing with either of these Tems. I don't have a Crystal to deal with Volgon. And I don't have... I guess I have a Water to deal with 2-wire. So I'm going to Boomerang Volgon. Since it's neutralized, it'll still deal neutral damage. And then I'm just going to Bestial Charge. It gets good damage on Volgon, chips down the 2-wire, potentially putting it in range to die to a Nox Bomb from Psypat later. That's a bulky Volgon. Probably max HP, max speed. It's not speedy at all. It's just bulky. It's just pure flippin' bulk. The 2-wire is faster than the Volgon, so I didn't mispredict. It's not a stare into Faraday. It's just a Faraday into T-Strike. So Pig is down. Ah, it's very close, but Pig is down. Alright, that's just a bug that I'm swapping Pig out. I kind of wish I had my move flank in the left slot, but I really wanted to pick Pig on the lead. So that was my reasoning. Now, I have potential to one-shot the 2-wire. I'm almost certain that I can finish it off at this health. At the same time, I could double into the Volgon with a base jump and a Nox Bomb, and I think that should kill as well. My guess is he'll swap out the 2-wire, but if he keeps the 2-wire in and swaps to a Toxic in the Volgon slot, that'll hurt really bad. I think I have to take the risk. I think I have to go for 2-wire here. Because I can live a T-Strike from Volgon and then counterattack. And then no matter what, I'm going to throw a base jump at the Volgon to put it in range to deal with next turn. Even if he swaps out 2-wire. I was debating on do I want damage on what he swaps in, but I think I can manage against Mashuk, Tort, and Mimit with my 2-2, and maybe even 2-2 Mimit. I know that that's a striking Mimit with handcuffs, but he doesn't have his light tormentors on him, so. If the 2-wire is bulky enough that it lives the Nox Bomb, that'll also be really bad. I guess I didn't prepare for that. If he like keeps both in, that could be awful. Because I split my damage. I want to put this Volgon in range to die because it's a huge problem for my team right now. The 2-2 Psypat and Mimit copying whatever. The 2-wire does swap, so I could have doubled into the Volgon, and that would have been the better choice. Oh, but he double swapped. Okay. I don't know how bulky this Tortonite is, if it can live a... Oh, it can definitely live in Nietzsche, 100%. This is kind of the board I wanted 2-2 Mimit for, but I do not want to swap. Swapping would be very bad for me. So Nietzsche alone will not kill Tort, so I have to Nietzsche plus Goring. But then I take a Wastewater from Mashuk. He swapped out, so he's keeping his Tort healthy. He goes for the Mimit. Mimit takes a whole bunch of damage here, though, before it swaps, so that's kind of huge. But I think he's just sacking it at this point. He's got so much bulk on all of his Tems. They're like all of them have at least 500 HP and probably an extra 100 so in bulk. I wanted to keep Psypat around to deal with 2-wire, but now that I know 2-wire is slow, I might be able to beat it down with 2-2 high toes. Psypat doesn't do anything on this board, though. It would just be better if I swap in. If I swap in 2-2. I didn't want to take damage on 2-2, especially without tag team. I could have double swapped and let Mooflink get some stamina in the back. He does steal the Psypat. Not surprised. There's the OX on Mashuk. It's in range to die to a Goring now, but I'd OX if I click Goring. the same time, I don't know if a Feather Gatling kills this Mimic because it's so bulky. I think my safest play is just to stay in and Bestial. No matter what, I'll get a double. I should get a double kill here. Worst case scenario, I only get to kill one. He stays in. This is a toxic move. It's not a water move. Does a little bit of chip to 2-2. Okay, so he wants to get rid of my 2-2. I think that's going to take it down after the toxic tick, unfortunately. I should have Goringed. That would have OX'd me, but I would have been able to save a lot of damage, or a lot of health on my 2-2, which is what I wanted. I do live. Okay, so I'm gonna swap 2-2. Or no, I'm gonna leave 2-2 in. I'm gonna swap move flank. Or Saipat, sacking it. I don't think I'll outspeed a Crystal Spikes anyways, so there's no point in saving it. What I want is both of my Temps to die right now and to get the double move flank. Now this sucks because Tortnite has really high special defense, and also I did not get enough stamina back to be able to attack without OXing. I have to risk a Goring plus a base jump into the 2-wire slot and hope this kills the Volgon before I get slept. Or if he sleeps, that it goes onto my low stam move flank, but that's unlikely. Speed arrow used in favor of me. I'm not sure what the speed arrow was. Yeah, this is going to be GG, but I gained a lot of information here. Ah. That's a good play. Synergy Tortonite's Garden, very interesting. So my move flank doesn't get to move because he's just gonna strangle it now. Because I can't, he's still got adrenaline shot. So he's got a whole bunch of stall options on his team. It looked like a bulky offense team, but he's just got so many stall options, it's kind of goofy. So this is going to be it for this match, unfortunately. I'm going to be playing off the back foot. GG's. I should have definitely done some more research on his team ahead of time. It looked like a typical meta team with just a few extra options, and it was not. He's really taking advantage of those extra Tortonite buffs, which is smart, because Tortonite got overbuffed and now has one of the highest base stat totals in the game. And that was all in bulk. So even though it has a bad defensive type, its stat-wise is nuts. I think I have to leave the Owler up. And we're going to ban the 2-wire. Because then he won't have the toxic ticks from Faraday Cage, he won't have the neutralize to stop me from taking advantage of his type chart. Yeah, he always goes Yell or Mimit there, which is fair. It more or less should be a one-for-one trade. I'll CPG base jump the Yowler, and then he'll late Torment to pick whichever one he wants, and then I'll CPG and base jump again. And if that doesn't take down Yowler, I just don't think I can win. Knocked out 2 of my wins, so now my wind options are reduced. I have Pig and Mimit. Saipat and Nestlar are doing me no favors in this matchup. None at all. Yeah, this is just tough. I know the mom's lunch is coming. So my turns on Chimerian are limited. He's going for the move flank. I don't know how much the move flank's physically pretty bulky. I think I'm okay taking a late Torment. It might do like 60%, but if I can do like, I should be able to get another doubling off on the Yowler, which is just what I wanted. Yeah, perfect, perfect, perfect. I'll CPG and Bestial Charge this time. I can take a Goring from the Mimit, unless it happens to be fully attack invested, but since he doesn't know what he's going to steal, it shouldn't be. Bestial just to get some chip on it. Help turn the trade in my favor a little bit, though I will lose tempo by having to swap Chim out because of the mom's lunch. He goes for Bestial Charge, just kind of evening out the trade a little. But it also means my move flank survives another turn, though I'm sure that he's just gonna... He saved his Goring for this turn. Unfortunately, I'm one stam short of being able to Sharpening. Which is what I really wanted to do. I'm gonna swap in Pig in the Chim slot, and then we'll try and Goring the Mashuk. I mean, it's not gonna work, but it's just better than anything else in the back taking damage. Yeah. He doesn't even risk doing the uppercut, he just goes for the wastewater, which does more damage. Okay. I can turbo now and boomerang the Mimit. Because I'm pretty sure he's swapping his Mashuk to Volgon. He'll be outplaying me if he doesn't, and I'll be a little sad that I got every single read wrong for the entire day, entirely, because I got them all wrong in Allie's matches. Oh no. No! Oh, that's so bad. He's not giving me any room to play. He's going for a turbo of his own. So if I double into the Mashuk here, I can kill it. If he stays in. My guess is that he just swaps to Mimit. Oh. And then strangles something. And then Ampere outbursts and swaps Mashuk back in to get another attack boost. I could take a gamble on which slot he's going to attack with Strangle. Because I don't know for sure. He might even just go for a T-Strike. Yeah, there's the Mimic coming back in. No surprises. A double Boomerang will not kill that Mimic. It's like, it's a full bulk Mimic. Alright, we guessed right on the T-Strike. Volgon will be faster than the Mimic. Yeah, that Mashuk in the back is just so threatening. I like basically need double pig to deal with it. I have to call now if he's gonna swap back into the Mashuk and double Ampere, or if he's gonna do literally anything else. Because if he T-strikes pig again, I would wish I swapped into Chimerian. I guess I just go for the double in. Well, he predicted me to cage and then I stayed. Okay, so that's kind of huge. I need this one to do quite a bit of damage. It should do a decent amount. He'll have Held Anger up though, which is going to hurt. Ah. 270, 343, so I need to attack with this pig. Question is, which slot do I bamboozle? Yeah, and he's just playing for Mashuk late game, because Mashuk can deal with Chimerian, and Saipak can't touch it, especially not after the turbo. If it didn't have the turbo, I could have threatened a double Ice Shuriken on it to freeze it. I can't swap and get tempo anywhere. I literally am reduced to a 50-50. Which slot does he bamboozle, or which slot to bamboozle here? I just go for the healthier one, or the lower one, because my Mimic can still take a hit if it has to. He'll probably, this is probably the Strangle turn though. No, he does go for the Ampere. Actually really surprised to see him bring in the Mashuk. I can't swap out the pig Mimit, or else I lose pig. Which is what I need right now. So it's like I could bamboozle on my real pig right now, but that doesn't help a whole lot. I just have to hope I can take him down enough. He invests a lot more bulk in his Mashuk than most tireless players, and less attack. So he doesn't immediately do more attack, but as it ramps up with tireless, it doesn't matter. Of course, I only found that out right now. He just stays in, takes the boomerang. Does not do much damage at all. He's got coat. I missed that the first time. He just goes for the healthier one because he can take it out with the T-strike plus a wastewater. Oh, he doesn't. He splits. Alright, here's the turn that matters. Does he attack with Mashuk? Or does he swap? I really can't swap the Mimit. He does swap. I should have swapped to Saipat, but then I would have lost Pig, and it would have been just as bad. His Volgon has Adrenaline Shot, so it can still act this turn, which also sucks. He's probably gonna put my Tremorian to sleep right now with Deluge. So I have to wake myself up and then CPG to finish off the Volgon. That's good. That doesn't do too much, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to win. Because I'll still die to an uppercut from Mashuk without being able to do anything. Because I'm not gonna be faster, I'm only +1. Yeah, that doesn't even kill the Tort. That's why I had to double into it. Well, it was a good run. Not really, but I did everything I could. Yeah, I can't even outspeed with Glass Blade, +1 speed. Too much bulk. GG's. A little bit sad of an ending, but you know, everyone up here is a great player. And I still had a really great performance in the first match, so it was a fun tournament. I don't know. I don't think there was a whole lot more I could have done. I'm a bit sad I couldn't give Pig more showtime. I was expecting to face more meta-like teams, but I ended up facing Triple Electric twice and a more creative team. But I suppose it's not that surprising. You get what there's basically two things that differentiate most players that are in lower ranks to like the highest level of play, and what that is some amount of. I bought the pig mount, by the way. It's either pure skill and mastery of the meta, and whatever the meta is at the current moment, or it's creative team building and sheer knowledge, basically. And I would say all three players, rather than playing the meta, which I was better prepared for, I faced people who had knowledge and skill. So, and creativity, which is fun to see. I think this is one of the better metas the game's had. Being able to have so much variety in teams and for them to see some level of success is really cool. I'm curious to see what team wins the tournament. I'm really hoping it's one of the creative teams rather than the meta teams. Otherwise, I am going to be kind of disappointed because that means that the meta is still dominant, and that had I been able to match into one of the meta players, I would have probably been able to shut him down, but that's for another timeline that ain't this one. So, GG's to my opponents. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.